let you go. Oh, you know how I've been living.
If you want to watch me make this beautiful swimsuit, then just stay tuned. So these are what I used. I used my front pattern piece and my back pattern piece. I also had some pattern weights. I purchased these large washers from my local home improvement store, so you can get them from Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, whatever you have near you. You'll also need some fabric lining. This is some power mesh that I purchased on Etsy. If I have the link, I will link it down below. I also have my main fabric. I purchased this from Fine Fabric in Commerce, Georgia. I do have a video on that if you look to search through my search videos. You'd also need any type of cutting utensil, so electric scissors or regular scissors will work just fine. And then any type of pins will also work, or clips, quilting clips, depending on what you prefer to use on your projects. And last but not least, you will need some form of elastic. I got this elastic from my local Hobby Lobby, and I ended up purchasing the braided rubber elastic in 3/8 of an inch, and it's in black. It really doesn't matter what color you use because you won't see it once you flip it over. So now we're going to start prepping our swimsuit. So the first thing you want to do is cut your pattern out onto your main fabric. You want to cut your front piece on the fold, and then you want to cut 2 pieces out on the back. Well, this is what I did for my particular swimsuit. And whatever you do to your main fabric, you want to do the same to your lining. So cut it out with the front, cut it out of the back. And then now I'm going to place my main fabric on top of my lining once it's all cut out. And then I'm going to go to my serger and serge them together and turn them into one piece. So I'm going to serge my front bodice main fabric to my front bodice lining fabric, and then my 2 bodice back pieces I'm going to serge together to my 2 back bodice lining pieces. Okay, so when you get done, it will look something like this. So this is one of my back pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my other back piece, because I did cut 2 of my back piece. I'm going to place my other back piece main fabric side to main fabric side on top of each other. And then I am going to basically sew the middle seam up. So I'm placing it on top of each other like so, and then I'm going to sew along that line, that back line, and then it's going to turn it into one back piece bodice. The reason why I cut it in 2, because as you can see, I don't know if you can really see, but it has like a little dip in it, which gives it a curve for your back. So I go to my serger, and my serge settings are 2242. I'm using my brother's serger machine, and it's the Strong and Tough ST4031 HD machine. Again, my settings are 2, 2, 4, and 2. Here I'm pinning my 2 pieces together so they won't move. Use as many pins as you desire, as you need. This is your project. You want it to be as seamless as possible. and you just want to make sure that you secure your seams, secure your sewing edges, and to be sure that everything aligns properly. Okay, so once you get done serging the back pieces, you will now notice that it is one continuous back piece. And just examine your swimsuit. I'm examining my seams, examining the inside, and it's looking pretty good to me. So now what I'm going to do is turn it back around, and I am going to place my front bodice piece on top of my back bodice piece. So pretty side to pretty side, and I'm going to have my lining facing up, and I am going to align my crotch line, align my side seam lines, and align my shoulder lines. And what I'm going to do is take this to my machine, and I'm going to sew my crotch line, my side seams, and my shoulder seams together. Alright, so after you have sewn all that together, it will start looking like a swimsuit. The next thing is to attach your elastic. So you're going to get your elastic, and what you're going to do is attach your elastic around each of your leg holes. You're also going to attach your elastic in the middle, around the neck hole, and then all of your armholes. And just a note, when you are attaching your elastic, you are going to put it on the very edge of your swimsuit. Wherever you're going to apply your elastic, you're going to put it on the very edge. And then once you are pushing it through your machine, you want to also pull on your elastic a little bit. This is going to give you that scrungy feel of a swimsuit, and that's what you want, because when it hits your body, you want for it to hug it really, really tight. And by pulling this and allowing it to basically pleat up a little bit, it's going to give you a nice snug fit. Okay, so after you have applied your elastic to each of the openings that you're wanting to apply elastic to, you are now going to turn your elastic over. You're going to have your lining facing you, and you're going to go to your sewing machine, and you're basically going to top stitch it. And the same thing that you do to your serger, you're going to do the same thing on your sewing machine. As it's going through your sewing machine, you want to pull on your elastic so it'll give you that bounce back. And I did want to point out that I did add a cotton lining in the crotch area of my swimsuit. So I just wanted to show you there that during this process is when I added my cotton fabric. So after I did this, I did add some gold detailing to my swimsuit. I don't have the footage to that, but as you can see, I added these to my swimsuit and it finished it off. So the swimsuit looks like this and it came out so nice. Very beautiful.